Hey guys, I'm Becky and welcome to another reading vlog. Today it is Tuesday, June 3rd, and I just got back from Aldi and Meijer, so I figure let's do our second ever haul in my new house. I'm so happy and excited to do these. So I will show you what I bought and then we will talk about the reading that I have already done. So first, I got some bananas. I've been getting Charlie horses lately, so I feel like I need to intake some more potassium. We're having tacos tonight, so most of this is also going to revolve around that. So I did get some soft shells, some hard shells, sour cream, butter, some ground turkey because we don't really consume red meat in this house. I'm trying these new tortilla chips that I found at Meijer. Some bell pepper, green onion, my current favorite salsa, beans, and I'm also trying this cheese, which should be totally fine. But I normally get, let me see if I have some in the fridge to show you. Actually, I think I'm completely out, so good thing I decided to buy this because I bought it on a whim because I was like, I don't know if we have any. I normally buy, I think it's La Suprema, but for like the same size bag, it's like double if not triple the price. And I was like, you know what? I'm trying to be cheap. I'm trying to be cheap before my next paycheck. So let's just try this, but I'm sure it'll be just fine. So let me put this all away and then we will talk about reading. All right, I have brought you outside. It'll be interesting to see what the sound quality is out here, but we are on my back deck. Let me show you the extent of the backyard really quick. So this is my backyard. Let me zoom in. All that, all the way to that is mine. Crazy. So I brought you out here because Pepe wanted to come out and explore. We just got done. And I figured, why not like hang out here? I need to do some work because it's my work from home day. And I've decided maybe I'll sit out here and do it. That could be fun. But in the meantime, I want to talk about my reading. So I started Savage Bonds by Bree, which is book 2 in whatever series this is. Let me see like exactly where I'm at. So I'm 32% of the way through it and I am really, really liking it. I mean, I really liked book 1, but book 1 is like 100 and some pages, like basically 200 pages, and hardly anything happens. And I mean, we're 32% and I also feel like not a ton has happened, but I like the vibes, I like the relationships, I like the slow pace of this book, honestly, because it is a reverse harem, and we are like very slowly and realistically creating these relationships, and I like that. So this is a paranormal, which means like she didn't really have a choice of like who she has 5 bonds. She didn't like really have a choice, like it's like a fated mate kind of situation, and it's all over the place of how many like bonds you have, but there's always like one, I forget what they're called, but like there's one main person in the group and then however many bonds that they have, and it could be male, female, whatever. She is the source, I think is what it's called, maybe. I could be totally wrong now that I'm thinking about it, but she's the source, and then she has 5 male bonds. And I get the hype on this book. I'm just having a good time. Like, I just really like listening to it and hearing it. I like the slow pace of getting to know these guys, and that it's not like, you know, smut or anything right from the get. I'm going to assume, because they are in college, that it is going to be smutty in spice level, but I could be totally wrong. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. I don't believe... Actually, no. I think that in the last vlog, I had already finished Again the Magic. I think I gave you guys my rating, which was a 4-star. And then I think I was telling you that I was starting this, if I'm not mistaken. So you guys are already aware that I did start this, but I am making some headway. I signed up, which I think I told you in the last vlog too, but I signed up this month for a knit for blood cancer, lymphoma, and I'm crocheting, obviously. And so far, I've been doing pretty good. Today is the 3rd, so I do need to crochet today, but I have been crocheting the first 2 days, so take that. self because I haven't crocheted in a very long time and I'm so behind on so many projects, but I'm going to do my best. And I have like a goal of getting like 4 rows a day done, but honestly, as long as I crochet a stitch, like that's all I have to do for this raising money challenge. But I am going to try to do 4 rows a day, but we'll see. But I'm gonna, you know, be kind to myself. If all I can do is 1 stitch really quick, it's whatever. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go get my work laptop. I think I'm gonna sit out here for a little bit. I might go in the garage and get a chair because actually I think that chair needs to be cleaned off too. There might be one in my car, question mark, or it's also in the garage. But yeah, I think I need some back support. I do have, you're like, there's literally chairs right behind you. These were left here by the owner, so they need to like be power washed and then they can be used. But I need to, you know, like get my hose hooked up and actually spray stuff down. I should do that. Ew, there's a daddy long leg right next to me. These trees, I love how many trees we have, but also like they need to be trimmed so badly. And I'm hoping that like this week my stepsister's husband will come out and assess so that he can trim them because they need it so bad. They need it so bad. Like my house is 10 degrees cooler than it is outside with no AC going because of how much shade we have, which is like good, but like our grass isn't growing where the trees are because there's so much shade. We need a new roof because of the trees. Like it's wild out here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna listen to my audiobook and do some work. I'm kind of thinking about working out here, but at the same time, like I should also go inside, but I don't really want to. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna get a chair. I'm gonna sit outside and do some work. So let's do that. Hi, I have a reading update. So, I have in fact finished Savage Bonds by Bree. I really enjoyed it. What I do think is funny is like right after I updated you guys about how like I'm sure it'll get smutty eventually, but I don't know how smutty and stuff like that. It did in fact get smutty. It did in fact, like I don't think immediately, but like pretty soon after I said that, it did in fact get smutty. So I did finish it last night. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy it, but it is 300 pages longer than book 1, but like the same plot is going on, the same amount of plot development happened. Definitely more smut, which I did enjoy, but I don't know, like I am liking the pacing, but I'm just like, why did this need to be 500 pages? Like not enough happened for 500 pages. Like, all of this happened in the 200-page one. The only thing that we got different in this one is like more character development and more like relationship-y like things happened. And of course the smut, which I will say, like, the smut is smutting. Like, I was honestly pretty surprised because like there's like very small amounts of like minuscule flirting and banter in book one, because like literally only one of her 5 bonds is like flirty and liking her in book one. She's like started to make some headway with 2 others in book one, but like definitely nothing to be like there's gonna be smut, you know? And that drastically changed in the second half of book 2, which I did enjoy. Like, book 1, I was like, I am intrigued, I am ready to continue on. Like, it's only 200 pages and I'm just like, give me more. But for book 2 to be like the exact same way, it just didn't hit that 5-star vibe, if that makes sense. So really enjoyed it. We'll definitely be continuing on the series and excited to read book 3, but 4 out of 5 stars. Did I immediately start something? No. I think I finished that book last night and then I just went to bed. But today I did start Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the second out of 3 books that I needed to do for like my side questy things for the Magical Readathon. So I decided to go ahead and start that because I need to get it out of the way. And so far I'm like 30 some percent. I think I'm close to 150 pages. I think it's like maybe 130 something maybe. It's interesting. It's really interesting. So this is like a mystery thriller. It's about a girl who, her and her best friend go missing for, I think it was like maybe like somewhere between 2 and 4 days, but she's the only one that comes back and she has no memory of what happened, who she is, her life, anything. So the book is about like her trying to piece together her memory of like what happened, but also her memory of like who she is, because like the more she finds out about herself, the more she doesn't like the person she was. Like, she was a total like popular mean girl, super awful, terrible to her twin brother, terrible to his girlfriend, dumped a bunch of her friends like the year before, 2 years ago. Like, she just doesn't like the person that everyone is saying she is. So this is kind of like her opportunity to change, but also she has to figure out like what even happened, because supposedly the girl that went missing with her is her best friend, but what everyone describes to her is that they were really more like frenemies and that maybe they didn't actually like each other, and she's not sure if like she had anything to do with this girl's disappearance. So I just got to the part where we have found out something about the fate of this friend, and I'm definitely very intrigued. I have no idea where this is going, because on one hand it kind of feels like, you know, like maybe she did something to her friend, but then there's other things that I'm like, okay, maybe her friend was going to do something to her and she got away. And then for a second I was like, what if? Because like they look extremely similar, except for like she has freckles on her cheeks and her friend had freckles on her nose, or like maybe it's the opposite. But for a second I was like, it would be so crazy if she is the friend. She's the other girl pretending to be her, like taking over her life. But I don't think that's the case. That would be crazy. But I don't think that's the case. But what's weird is that like on top of all of this, who is she, what happened, we're also getting like, we're finding notes from somebody who's like, don't look into the past, you won't like what you find, there was blood, like weird creepy notes of as if somebody else was there and knows what happened and doesn't want her to remember. Her dad is like also acting kind of weird. Like, the whole book is very shady. There's a lot of suspicion. I also need to find out if like we publicly know what this author's husband looks like. So Jennifer Armentrout is one of my all-time favorite authors. I have loved her since I was a teenager. Like, I'm very biased with her books and stuff like that. I'm very like honest about that. And like, I have met her several times. She's such a kind and cool person and I just love her. But I need to find out if we know what her husband looks like, because I'm starting to see like a trend of like not all, but most of the hot guys, like the male love interest or the hot guy in a book, because like right now he's not technically the love interest, but I think he's going to end up being the love interest in this book. They're all like Native or Hispanic heritage, dark hair, you know, super built kind of hot guys, and I'm just like, I'm just now noticing this trend. And I mean, like, I'm here for it because like that's exactly what
I'm into. If you have seen my husband, I don't fully remember if I have shown him on the channel because he doesn't like to be on camera. Actually, I've shown some photos of like our wedding and stuff. So I'm like just now noticing the trend and I'm like, I wonder if her husband looks like that, because that would make total sense, you know? Like that's her love interest. But I'm having a good time. It is interesting. Jennifer Armentrout is like known for like paranormal, fantasy romance, romantic-y kind of books, but she has also written some really good like romantic suspense thrillers, and I have always liked them in the past. So even though this one is one of her YA ones, like there are very few and far between of her teen ones that I don't like completely become obsessed with. Like really just the I can't think of what that series is called, but I just read the book like a vlog or two ago in my Reader Mareep. That one I'm not like completely obsessed with. And then there was one, I think it's called Cursed maybe, but it was a standalone and I read it a really long time ago, like as a teen. And I just did not, like it was one of her very early books and we just did not click. But other than that, every other book by her I'm just obsessed with. So I have some pretty good hopes for this one. I am like a little bit cautious with it just because it is a teen book. It has been out for several years, so I'm not like, I don't want to set myself up for disappointment if I don't end up giving this book 5 stars because, you know, I'm in this weird phase of my life where teen is not where it's at. I say it's weird, but like honestly, it's just weird that I'm in this phase in the sense of I never thought that I would be more into adult books than teen. Like it is a very like within the last 5 years kind of transition, if less than that. Like when I became the adult librarian, I was like, I don't know anything about adult books and I'm just starting to get into them. And then I just like dived headfirst into like adult fantasy romance and I'm there. I'm not looking back, you know? And that is just weird to me because I never thought this would happen. Like I was like, I think I'm going to end up reading teen books for like the rest of my life, which is, I thought was weird, but I just wasn't into adult books. And now that's all I'm into. So I am being, you know, cautious because I'm like, it is a teen book. I may end up not being obsessed with it just because I'm very much in my 30s, you know, and I'm like, a lot of teen books are just, they're too ridiculous for me because I'm an adult. And I'm like, I would never. That's silly, you know? But as a teen, I'd be like, yes, this is exactly how I'm feeling. So I just wanted to update you that I have been reading. I have not done anything to the house in the last couple days. I need to desperately get my bathroom in order. It is still, like, I'm still basically living out of boxes in there. My, like, everyday needs are all out and not exactly put away, but, like, in somewhat organized. But I need to, like, go through, organize everything, put stuff away, get rid of the boxes, etc., etc., because I have a jetted tub and I really want to use it. And I also just have so many other things to do around this house. So much. But I'm excited. I'm very excited. I also realized that next week, Caught Up by Navessa Allen comes out, right? Caught Up? I'm pretty positive. Second book to Lights Out. And I'm going to do like a dedicated reading vlog. I will be buying and reading the book and giving you my possible spoilery thoughts. I think I'm going to try to read other things after the fact, but yeah, we're definitely going to be reading that together. And I'm just so freaking excited about it. I cannot wait. But I also have to figure out, because here soon, like possibly next week, I should be able to start getting my library together. And I'm pretty excited. It is going to be like the rough draft of my library because I have plans of doing built-ins and everything. So it's going to be like me putting my old shelves up in the meantime, organizing those shelves, that kind of thing, kind of figuring out like what I'm going to do temporarily, and then eventually I will have like a video. So I was trying to decide if I should do like a dedicated video of setting up my library, but I think I should wait until I do like the full, like my built-ins and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm just yapping. I'm just here yapping. I need to go to bed because it's like, yeah, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will see you guys when I have something else to yap about. Hello folks, it is Tuesday. This vlog desperately needs to end, but I am still not technically done with Don't Look Back. Like this whole like month and a half, actually like this whole month from like
right before moving to today, my reading has been so lackluster. I mean, not in terms of like the books that I'm reading, but just like I am not reading as much as I normally do, and it's driving me crazy. But there's just so much to do around the house. There's so much to do outside of the house and going to work and. So it's just been hard to fit in time for reading, even though I am trying to prioritize audiobooks because then I can do other stuff. But because me and my husband are so excited about this house, we're wanting to do everything together, so then I'm not listening to my audiobook. Ugh. I only have 25 minutes left of Don't Look Back. I am really liking it so far, and I'm very interested to see because like I have no freaking idea who killed Cassie. I have no freaking idea who is threatening her. I mean, technically I guess no one's threatening her, but I don't know. But I really have no clues on who the bad guy in this book is. There's definitely suspects, but I have not been like, it's them. And I don't know if anybody could. I don't know if this book gives you enough clues to know who it is ahead of time. So I am going to sit here. I'm going to listen to the last 25 minutes of this freaking book and then give you guys my final thoughts before ending this vlog. And I will show you a little bit of a house update before wrapping this up. So we'll do that too. But all right, I'm going to get to listening. All right, I have just finished Don't Look Back. Oh my God. So what's so funny is that I just told you guys, like, I have no idea who the bad guy is. And then I started the last, there was like 2 or 3 chapters left in the epilogue. I started it, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I know who it is and why. And then it was like, here's who it is and why. And I was like, yes! I knew exactly. Like, I really don't feel like there were many clues at all. Like, looking back, I can now piece together, like, oh, that's what this meant, what this meant. But honestly, with, what is even her name? Sam. But honestly, with Sam not having her memory, like, I really don't think I could have figured it out any sooner. I mean, I was always suspicious of this person from the get. I was like, huh, that's weird. But then there was, like, nothing that came of it. But then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, what if? And I was so freaking right. So I think my rating overall is going to be a 4.5 out of 5. Because it was really good, but it still wasn't amazing. Like, it did drag a little tiny bit. I was a little bit bored. I wish it was a little bit more thrilling and a little less of, like, the romance friendship, honestly. And that's only, I mean, like, I'm so happy that Sam is a better person and this experience has, like, changed her for the better. But it just got a little bit repetitive and annoying, especially when it came to, like, her old friends, or really, like, I guess they're not technically her old friends. They're her older friends now. But, like, the mean girls, and then this boyfriend that she has, like, I don't know. Like, the whole time I was like, you don't have to do any of this stuff. So I'm glad that she did eventually stick up for herself, but, like, we could have just cut that out and just made this a slightly more thrilling, like have a couple more hints thrown in. But I liked not knowing until the very end. And I was glad that I was able to piece it together really quickly right before they said who it is and why. Because I feel like if I wouldn't have been able to guess the entire time at all, even at the end, I feel like I would have been like, how does that make sense? You know, like, where did this come from? So I am glad that it kind of all, like, fell into place. And then I was like, oh my God, this is who it is and why, I bet you. And it was. So yeah, overall, it was a good time. It'll be a 4 on the site that I can't give 4.5. But yeah, it was good. Especially for another Jennifer Armentrout book that is older. So I had a good time. But now let's show you some house updates and then close out this vlog. I am, like, a little bit sad that I wasn't able to read more, because I definitely wanted to read at least one other book, but I guess there's the rest of the month hopefully ahead of us to do that. I think I pretty much just need to show you, like, the bedrooms and maybe the bathroom, I think. Because I think I showed you guys that, like, the kitchen is mostly put together. Like, we do have some, like, odds and ends here on the island, but we have put everything where we think it's going to be going. I did very, very recently finally organize the bathroom. It definitely still is not perfect. Like, this cord situation is temporary. My makeup thing being up here is temporary just because, like, it's in the way, you know? So that's all kind of temporary. Obviously the paint color is temporary. I want to get rid of this mirror and maybe put hooks there. I also need some sort of like thing for the toilet paper. Let me show you what I've like organized really quick. So down here I have my hair brushes. And then I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but I have my like bubble bath stuff down here, and then on the very, very bottom, which I don't think you can see at all. Let me see if I can angle this. I have my makeup stuff, like eyeshadow and stuff. Then in this, I have all of my like lipsticks, mascara, eyeliner, lotions, serums, that kind of thing. And then I have like foundation and primer in there. I have bronzer and a highlight in there. Under my sink, I decided to put all of my hair stuff. Then in my top drawer, I have like micellar water, razors, that kind of thing, like face wash kind of stuff. And then in the very bottom, I've decided to put all of my face masks, and like these are the little like microfiber towels that you use to like hold your hair back and stuff. So all of that is in here. So now I will show you the bedrooms. So the first one is this one, which is going to be our shared office. Right now it has just been primed with Kills because this room stunk so bad. So it's been completely primed, including the freaking ceiling. So now we need to go through and paint this, and then we can set our office back up. The second bedroom is the master, which is a complete total wreck, and I've already showed it to you guys. But then we have the third bedroom. Again, we need to paint, but let me kind of explain this room. Okay, so this is going to be my library, and I'm so freaking excited about it. So I think over here on this main wall here, I have like a fireplace entertainment center that I'm gonna put here, probably like under this window, honestly. And then from here all to these walls, and from the window all the way to the closet, which I'm thinking of getting rid of the closet door. That is all going to be custom built bookshelves that my husband is doing. I think over here in this little corner, I'm gonna put corner shelves all the way up, and it's gonna be where all my yarn is stored. And then in this closet, which I will show you just how much room there is, this is how big the closet is. So I can sit cross-legged both ways and still be in the closet. So I think I'm going to get rid of this door, and I'm going to turn the closet into a reading nook. I'm very excited. We definitely have to paint in here, and I'm thinking of painting it black because I want my custom bookshelves to be stained green. So originally the walls were going to be a very dark green, but then when I was thinking about the shelves being green, I was like, I'm going to have to try to find greens that like go together without looking weird that they're two different greens, or I'm gonna have to do something totally different. And I was going to do the shelves black instead, but I want the main color in here to be green. So I need the shelves to be green. So I think I'm gonna paint the walls black, even though temporarily until that happens, which would be like probably later this summer, I'm going to just put up my old bookshelves, which are black. So it's gonna be pretty dark in here for a minute, but eventually it will all make sense and look great. And then I think I'm gonna paint my closet green for the reading nook. That's the plan in here. I think eventually, because this is the only ceiling in the house, I'm pretty sure, that isn't the popcorn ceiling, which I hate so freaking much. I think I'm going to paint it black for now, possibly, or I might go ahead and just paint it white just to give it a little bit of light in here temporarily. But I am eventually going to get like some sort of cool like stick-on wallpaper to go on the ceiling. I think that would be really, really cool, because I'm really not gonna have room for like a gallery wall or anything. Like I want this to just be shelves on shelves, you know? So that is the plan. I'm super excited. I have no idea when these plans are going to happen, but you will definitely be in the know, and there will definitely be videos made of, I think like I'm definitely going to make like a building my library dedicated video for sure. Like it's not going to just be like pieced in to other vlogs. Like I think this will be its own whole video, and then probably like the organization of it as well.
All right, so my camera died and I decided we'll just finish it out here. What was I saying? Oh, I'm definitely going to make a dedicated video just to building the library. I don't know if it's going to be 2 separate videos of like one building it and one organizing the books, or if it'll just be one big huge video. Not sure yet, we'll see. But I am just so excited. I'm so excited of living here and the things that we're going to do. Like, it's really working out. Like, it's definitely some work because we want to paint like literally every wall in this house. But it's so worth it. It's amazing. We're so happy being here. We're just absolutely loving living here. The only thing that I'm just like, this is a little bit annoying is just the amount of gas that I'm using now. Like, I only put $20 in my tank, but I'm having to do it like every week. And honestly, it is going to eventually lessen, but right now it's like I'm going to back and forth to work every day. We're having to go to stores almost every day. We're having to go to like Home Depot, the laundromat, grocery shopping. Like, it's just a lot right now going on because of the house stuff. But honestly, like, I think we're at a spot where it should start to slow down a little bit of going places, because I think that we've pretty much bought a good chunk of the stuff that we need for the house. I think we need to buy some vent covers and maybe a couple more gallons of paint possibly at some point, but not right now. We want to get the bedrooms completely done and then work on the main areas, because we really need to like get the stuff out of the garage, especially like my books. So I think tonight we are going to be painting. I'm hoping that like my husband will do the office while I'm working on the library, just to try to like, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. Maybe. We'll see. I will definitely have videos coming forward showing you more progress on the house. Like, we're just, this is such an amazing chapter in our lives, and I just feel so, like, it's a different kind of stress that I am. It's kind of like a fun stress, but like, I feel like my anxiety has just like really severely lessened. Like, I still have a couple freakouts and moments, but I feel like overall my mental health is so much better. And that's all you can ask for, you know? But I am gonna go start my next vlog, which is reading new releases. The first one being Caught Up by Nevessa Allen, and I am so excited! So I will see you in that one. Don't forget to keep reading, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
People say